Hey guys, GameBoyJake here, and today, everybody, is a day before Halloween. Ooh. Now, usually when I do Halloween videos, twice already, I do it on the exact day. However, I already have plans for tomorrow since almost the entire evening and night after school, I want to be hunting in the internet for haunted houses nearby because, yeah, I'm done with trick-or-treating, so I'm just gonna go find haunted house and just be like, ooh, ah, ching, jang, what about a bing, bang, all that stuff. But I cannot just leave you all hanging without anything Halloween related, so here's some gameplay of me actually playing Nightmares for the first time. Oh boy, Nightmares. I don't know if a lot of people play this, but it's alright. It's a little difficult, but it's alright. Yeah. The entire footage that I got was like 57 minutes, so I've kind of done like a short 15 for story-wise, since my stories aren't going to be as long as like the Ten Commandments read so slow that you might have to call an intermission right between them. Anyway, so as usual, 3 stories of me and Halloween. Let's go. So, our first story, or should I have said spooky story, is when I know the story, I just gotta figure out what age I was. How old was I? Well, I was probably like 7, and as usual, me and my mother, yes, mother, no daddy, nothing, just me and my mama, just go around trick-or-treating. I was wearing like Batman and stuff. I don't think I was wearing maybe the Dark Knight trilogy kind of Batman, but more like a cartoon Batman. That kind of Batman. And so, go around trick-or-treating until I came across my first haunted house. Yes, at that time and age, I've never been to a haunted house until then. So it was this haunted house, which they don't do anymore because they all moved. They did do it every year, but in this house in my old neighborhood I used to live in, they did a little haunted house, and I went over there, and guess what? They cost a whopping $3 a person to go in. I'm like, $3 a person for a haunted house in a local neighborhood? Seems a little strange, doesn't it? Anyway, so luckily I was free since I was under the age of 10. Luckily I was 7 years old, and sadly my mom had to pay $3. And I don't remember much of the haunted house, but I'll give you like maybe some aspects of what it was kind of like. So maybe the first part was when we were in the like backyard, and there was like some kind of I don't know what it looked like, but I knew it was a graveyard. It was kind of a big graveyard with a lot of fake tombstones in it, as usual. You know, the ones we have styrofoam. And there was some guy that, kind of like a grave keeper or something, like the person that just keeps an eye on the cemetery, like graveyard ships. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So he was there. And I think my mom told me this, but I don't know if it's true or not, but the guy, when we started passing him, the guy just dropped what he was working with, ran over to us, and just go like, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay, I'm just kidding right there. I wasn't like that. I actually screamed so loud I was about to poop myself in the costume. Luckily that did not happen, but it almost did. Another part was, I think it was in the house. I think we all went upstairs or something like that. No, it was on the first floor. Never mind. Um, there was this hallway we were going on where the back door was into the front door, which we were exiting. And there was this corridor of ghouls when we're passing through, just coming right behind us, and we just looked around like running our lives to the exit. Yeah. No, that's all I remember. But I know from that time forward, I know like after that, I did get some candy. I think it was Whoppers. I like Whoppers. And well, at least I know that as my first haunted house experience, at the least. And I am not counting my yearly boulevard kind of shtick, because those haunted houses are terrible. I mean, maybe one of them is good, but rest, not so much. And I know we always have like school haunted houses, like in middle school. I'm just doing one tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And I do have some money to pay for it. I don't know if it's money-wise or free. I mean, heck, it should be free. I mean, that's just ridiculous if you can't even pay for it. So yeah, I'm looking for that tomorrow. Now let's head on to our second story, which is at your local Halloween store. For me, it's Spirit Halloween. Yes, that's also possibly your local store, Spirit Halloween. The one place that opens in September, it ends in the first week of November. What else? Alright, so I think I was in my 6th grade, and I was just looking for a scary costume this year, not like any of the superhero characters that we all know. Just something genuinely scary. Something that fright the frickin' bejeebus out of everybody. Alright. So I'm looking around the store and the usual stuff. There's like vampires, Frankensteins, wolfmen. Okay, I'm just kidding. Not that, but okay, that's just your typical monster costumes and kind of shtick. But you get the point. There's a bunch of monster stuff in there, clowns. Even for this month, there's been a bunch of clowns. Wink, wink. And what else was there? Clowns, werewolves, pumpkin heads, coal miners? I think it might have been the thing from My Bloody Valentine. Don't know. But anyways, you know, I was looking around and I witnessed this kid in the mask section. Now, I was also there too, well, near there, looking at the death weapons and stuff like that, like scythes, swords, hammers, axes, hatchets, and all that stuff. Yeah, I was over there, and I see this kid that wants to buy a freaking $70 animatronic mask. Yeah, they had those. They literally had those, like, kind of like those werewolf and evil bunny ones where the mouths can move by something. I don't know, but it was like $70. And I heard the conversation that the mother was saying that she only had like enough to buy like a good costume, and that just to buy regular costume, that's it. No other essentials. Last kid, however, went so far as wanting that mask, he even tried to steal it. I'm not even kidding. I saw the kid just grab the thing and just try to run out the store. He's like, "This mask is mine, yeah!" And then I saw that the store workers tried to stop him. Eventually they did, and worst part is he didn't get the mask. He just got, be like, "See ya, child!" It's pretty crazy sometimes. And there was this other thing here. Wait. Oh no, wait, there was more to the story. Schnakies. Should have known that. Why am I that stinky? Why am I this stinky to not know there was something else that happened? And okay. So it's about like a day later after that incident, and guess what? They came back. Even though they were certainly ordered to, quote unquote, not come back. Eventually they did, thinking that, maybe after that incident, they might forget about everything. Of course they didn't. Until they were going up to buy their costume. So I was just also there. I was also there to get my costume too. And I found out I was going to be Freddy Krueger. Yes, that's Freddy Krueger for Halloween. And I saw the same people from yesterday come in and just pretend nothing happened. When they came over to purchase their costume, however, it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty. Eventually, they had to call the police on them, so I don't know what else happened to them, but the police came over and they were outside to tell them, and that's that. So if you see anyone, even that kind of an incident happening or something like that, please tell me in the comments below. Now for our final story. This was my first haunted house. Oh, okay, you're probably thinking of the first story I just told you. No, this is the first haunted house I made. Like, constructed and stuff like that. Just blatantly made. I didn't go into some stranger's one, just made my own. And it was a small one in my grandparents' garage, but it was big enough to fit something. Alright, so it wasn't that kind of a big haunted house where you go like backyard, into the house, and out. No, it's just an entire garage. You just go in, go around, go make a U-turn when you get in there, and then you just come out and get your candy. That's it. That's all you had to do. And the stuff we had in it was and we separated all into 3 corridors. The first one was just hanging bones and like cut up organs and like parts of a body and stuff like that. And there was also like some kind of chainsaw noises too, kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, that room where Leatherface has all this stuff and he hangs all the skin and meat and all that shit from humans. Yeah, that kind of a place. There was no blood anywhere, and in every corridor I always had to have fog, because, well, why can't it be fog? And in the second corridor was basically 2 windows, since it was a short little corridor too. I mean, every corridor is short. And we had 2 windows where either a wolfman or a clown would come out and just do the typical scare. Let me show you an example. Ooh, someone's coming by. You know, all that kind of stuff. So I actually had some friends that, you know, didn't want to do trick-or-treating or something like that, and I asked them, hey, you guys want to help out with my haunted house? And they were like, yeah, sure. And, you know, I had to give them a pizza party afterwards for helping out. I know it should have been maybe money. I know. But at least it was candy and pizza. At least that was that. Heck, even watching a scary movie was pretty cool too afterwards. Anyway, so the third and final corridor was just a dead body. You know who that dead body was? Yours truly. So this was, I think, the 7th grade? 7th. Definitely 7th. And I was dressed as it was in a dark Morpheus suit. You know, those tight costumes. Yeah, I fit in one of those. So I just put it on. It was kind of like a zombie kind of one. So I was just on the floor, waiting for someone to pass by, and my arm was hanging out. So then when someone passed by, I just be like touching their legs and they'd be like, ah, oh my gosh, ah. Yeah, I also make a little girl that's like, ah. It was a fun little haunted house, I'll say that. Yeah, not a lot of people went into it though, but the people that did, didn't get as very much since it's my haunted house, and I didn't know much about doing so. So much stuff. But you know, I'll probably figure out how to do a better haunted house at that time. But so far, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Storytime with GameBoyJake, if you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!